Hi everyone, this is Robin and welcome to another video. Today I have something cool to show you, but before we start, please subscribe. You would help me a lot. In the meanwhile, I will do my best to provide you better and better content every single week. So for now, let's talk about the PocketGO S30. The PocketGO S30 is a retro handheld in the shape of a Super Nintendo controller, or as I would call it, a pocket time machine. I will tell you a few things that you will love about it and some things that you might dislike about it. Also at the end of the video, I will tell you about two cool features, so make sure you watch the entire video. Why is the PocketGO S30 a pocket time machine? To start off, this handheld is able to play a lot of retro games and can instantly bring you back to your childhood. You can play retro games on it, from the original Nintendo to the Super Nintendo, from the Sega Mega Drive to the PlayStation 1, and many more. This cool device is able to bring back those memories or create new ones from games that you might have missed. I've also seen that there are updates out there that give you the possibility to play even more games. For example, games from the Nintendo 64, but I haven't tried that myself yet. There are some tech-heavy games on it like Sonic Adventure 2, but to be honest, they don't run that well. Here is an example. As you have seen, it didn't run as smooth as on the original Sega Dreamcast, and it also had a very low resolution. I think the hardware is just not capable to run the heavier games as they should, especially when you look at the hardware. It has a quad-core 1.2 GHz all-winner A33 CPU and 512 megabytes of RAM. Also, one thing that you might not like is that there are not much tweaking options available. You can adjust the volume and the brightness, but there is not much more to it than that. For example, you might be missing a frame rate option or a resolution option, but I think it's just not what this handheld is made for. It's mostly for people like me that just want to pick up a handheld, play some games quickly, and don't want to spend time on tweaking game settings in order to have them run properly. Just dive into retro games as fast as possible and play everywhere you can. And that is what the PocketGO S30 does best. But if you do want to have those tweaking options, there are more handheld options out there that have the tweaking options and have more powerful hardware. But the PocketGO S30 just has that ease of quick starting a game with no fuss, and it simply looks amazing. Just take a look at it for a second. So what about the form factor? As I said before, the PocketGO S30 definitely had a lot of inspiration from the old Super Nintendo. But there are some small changes here and there. There's obviously a screen in the middle, which is 3.5 inch big. And if we dive a bit deeper into that, we can see that the display is a high definition IPS screen that provides clear images. And it has tempered glass to prevent scratches in case you drop it. Also, the size of the PocketGO S30 is a bit bigger than the original Super Nintendo controller. Furthermore, the D-pad feels a bit more sturdy, but the analog stick feels just fine. And the buttons are slightly smaller than a Super Nintendo controller, as you can see here. Looking at the Start and Select button, they needed to move it to the side because of the display. When you compare the shoulder buttons, it has 4 instead of 2 shoulder buttons, which are meant for newer games. The back buttons are a bit squishy, which aren't bad, but I think they could have done a better job with it, in my opinion. Overall, I didn't have any difficulties playing on it. But just keep in mind that it is different than the original Super Nintendo controller. It does still feel good in your hand, but it isn't as ergonomic as a modern controller, like the Xbox or PlayStation DualSense. But it does provide you great classic games from the original Nintendo up to the PlayStation 1, which run the best on this handheld. Here is some short gameplay footage. About the sound, it's okay I guess, because it can get loud enough, but it's only a mono speaker, which doesn't bother me, but I think it's something you should know. There's always an option to plug in a headset with a cable and a 3.5mm jack plug. Now a positive thing is that it has a built-in battery of 2600 mAh, which gives you about 4 to 5 hours of playtime. Once the battery is dead, you can quickly charge it because the PocketGO S30 supports quick charging. Let's talk about the pricing. When you compare other handhelds like this one, which quickly cost around 100 euros or dollars, it is very well priced. At the time of filming this video, the PocketGO S30 costs about 55 to 70 euros or dollars, depending on which version you buy. All versions are the same. The only difference is the mini SD card size you get. If you want to pick one up, I have a link for you down below. I don't get any commission for it, I just want to help you out if you're interested to get one of your own. And if you want to know more about the device in the background, just watch my video about the Divoom Ditoo. As promised, before we go towards the end of the video, I want to show you two other cool features, which are a save state option that gives you the ability to save your game anywhere you want, which wasn't an option back in the days. And personally, it helped me to finish some games that are a bit too difficult for me. Now I can quickly save and continue a game if I die, and I die a lot. The second cool feature is the mini SD card that I mentioned before. Because if you want to mod the device, or if you want to put some other games on it, you do have that option, which is nice. So that is the PocketGO S30. For now, I want to thank you again because this means you made it to the end of the video, which I appreciate a lot. I do have a question for you. If you can play one game right now on this system, which one would it be and why? Let me know in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks again and I hope to see you on the next video.